Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another GSA 70 style race. We have Division 2, CartoonBuffoon and Bluey Sports JMillGaming. I am your commentator, Paracuzio. Currently doing solo comms. But yeah, hoping for a good race here. We're looking at CartoonBuffoon, who is probably the favorite in this race. But JMill, he's not to be ignored, or he's really good. Basically, is what I'm getting at. They're both really good runners, so should be seeing a really nice race here. I think we got the countdown going, and both runners gonna begin here in a second. Alright, and we're off. So we're going to see the versions of this game, CartoonBuffoon on English version, and JMill also on English version. It's good. English is very good for 70 star. It is quite a little bit faster than Japanese. I don't know any specific numbers, but I know it's probably like around 1 to 3 seconds, something like that. It was recently retimed, but we're going to get some sync up here. There's also one thing to note with the English version too, is that there's no risk of sound glitching during SSL secrets if any runner opts to do that. So we're going to see first trick of the game, like to skip. It can really sort of define the pace of a run for a runner. JMill getting a lot faster text, both throwing the same kind of like to skip. JMill though, ledge grabbing, skipping, and pausing out of rage. Very unfortunate. As we see CartoonBuffoon going into BOB for his first star. Yeah, like I said, it can really set the pace of a run. It's just straight up like a 6 to 8 second loss at the very beginning. It's something that's not very hard. CartoonBuffoon ground pounding there, losing a second. Nice recovery though. Gonna get a nice big bomb clip. Gonna see JMill hopefully do the same thing. Okay, medium bomb, but the angle is nice and he gets in. Very good. So I think both runners may be going for the Womps 9. So CartoonBuffoon is going to be heading into Slide. It is a second faster than going straight into Womps Fortress. Very good idea for a race, and so is JMill. There's no reason to not do it in races. People tend to go to Womps Fortress first because it's just harder and you want to get it out of the way quicker. So you'll see some people go there in attempts. Yeah, we're looking like a solid 12-8 here for CartoonBuffoon. And we'll see what JMill gets. JMill also looking like a 12-8, maybe a 12-9. Not another 12-8. So yeah, basically the only difference is that missed like to skip. I've noticed CartoonBuffoon is actually struggling a little bit with his text boxes. So a little bit of time lost there. It's always interesting to see the star orders that people do in Launch Fortress. A very common one, which it seems CartoonBuffoon may be going for, is Alice first. I feel like that's probably the most common, but some people like JMill actually go for cannonless if they do texture setup, which he is actually going to be going for. It looks good. See if he gets it. Oh no, he just fails it. Very unfortunate. Not a very good start for JMill. But there are some people that actually go for some wacky star orders. CartoonBuffoon getting the full setup, almost 100% consistent, so very good for races. Such as myself, I usually go for cannonless and then 100 coin. I leave Alice until after 100 coin. Poor JMill just can't seem to get it going right now. CartoonBuffoon going for a nice half cycle here. Very, it's a very safe strat, but it's very like consistent. Oh no, getting a bunch of dust. He can still make the cycle. Oh no, I'm missing the switch. I don't know about making the cycle anymore. He does not grab the extra coins. I'm a big fan of grabbing all of those coins. Ah, JMill, failing it once again. Thinking maybe he might have to go for full setup here. Which it looks like he is. This looks fine. I think he should have it. Yeah, there we go. Man, CartoonBuffoon, he's really running away with it. I mean, he did make a big mistake in 100 coin, but everything else has been super solid. It's gonna be really hard for JMill to catch up here. Oh no, JMill. Okay, so he's grabbing the extra coins. I'm a big fan of grabbing those extra coins, especially when you have to do this backup half cycle like JMill is doing. It's pretty much the only decent backup you can do here if you go slow and can't make the cycle. Getting a nice bounce over here, and do the second half. He does that, the same movement I do, like the long jump, clip up onto the thing. It's very nice. It feels way more mechanical. Oh, but he's falling down off the thorn. Gonna be sliding all the way down. I stood there for quite a long time, maybe in disbelief. That is kind of a rare mistake. Yeah, that ending movement on the islands actually feels super mechanical. Like there's no variation to it. You just do it, and it's just pure muscle memory. So that's what I really like about that movement. CartoonBuffoon going in for his final Once Fortress star, the sleeper star. The star can be low-key pretty hard, especially in races. But he does get up there quite nicely. Oh, JMill! Falling, I think he fell through the crack of shame there, pausing for a very long time. Don't give up, JMill. I believe in you. CartoonBuffoon gonna be heading into his second slide. His movement to the slide, I noticed some people tend to just kick over the railing, but there is a way you can just do a full single jump and clip over the railing. Some people obviously haven't practiced it though. Okay, hardest star in the game coming up for CartoonBuffoon. Honestly, one of the most annoying parts of lobby. Missing a coin, it's tragic. It really hurts. It hurts your mentality. It like erodes it. It just completely erodes your mentality. But he gets all of them, which is nice. Oh no, JMill struggling to get out of lumps there. So, CartoonBuffoon heading into Dark World. This, I mean, it happens. He could die. I don't want to like point out stuff like this, but he could die, and JMill could catch up, and it could be a race. But it's not super often that people die like right at the end of Dark World, and you kind of don't want to see that at all. Oh no! Commentator's curse. CartoonBuffoon taking a death. I feel kind of bad now. Hopefully this time we'll do everything without fail. Oh no, JMill. Missing a coin. That's definitely what you don't want. Gonna be taking this time to re-grab that coin. Probably the smart decision. CartoonBuffoon on pace for a nice jig here. Does get it. Some big old wall kicks there. So they're about a full Dark World apart. Full Dark World and a bit, not including throw. It's not looking too bad, actually. You know, especially since we have not even the hardest stuff. Or we haven't had the hardest stuff yet. Oh no, JMill clipping through the fence. That's always a really unfortunate, really unfortunate mistake. You just really don't want to see that. So one thing to know about the 70 Rad is that they're gonna be going back into BOB and doing this sky jump star with the wing cap. And now a lot of the top runners, a lot of the people that run at a high level in 70 star actually do Island Hop, which is basically this star without the wing cap, and they do it right at the start of the run. JMill, like, getting a really nice shig cycle there, really nice late one. You know, I'm surprised he didn't just wait out and do normal cycle. That's obviously very skilled of him to be going for that. Oh no, I'm getting stuck on the stairs. Yeah, as I was saying, Island Hop, we rarely ever see that in races. It's very rare to see that. It is always exciting though when someone gets it in a race. So this is where we can see what routes everyone is doing. Depending on how many stars they have out of CCM, we can sort of guess what they're going to go for. If you finish CCM with 17 stars, then you could either be going for an extra star in HMC, you could be going for, you know, THI Reds, or you could be doing HMC late with double pillarless. There's like so many options. That's a cool thing about 70 star is, even though it's so short and linear, there's still a lot of paths you can take. CartoonBuffoon actually going to go for the standalone slide, which means he is going to be going for CCM 18, which leads me to believe he's either doing... I wonder what he might do HMC late with CCM 18. So CCM 100 coin with the Penguin race, especially in a race, can be really scary. Because, oh no, JMill bonking. Beautiful backup though. Because if you miss 2 coins on the slide, then you lose over a minute. It's just it's one of the worst mistakes you can make in a run. In like both 120 and 70, it's one of those huge mistakes that you really don't want to see happen. JMill also going to be going for CCM 18, so I guess they're on the same route. Looking good though for CartoonBuffoon. Got all the coins he needs. Gonna be doing lag reduction here. Very nice. Yeah, something drastic has to happen if JMill wants to catch up here. CartoonBuffoon heading into BBH, a stage that we somehow just can't figure out a way to just skip out of the route. It's always fast to go here for some reason. It's funny because it's got a really easy short star, but then like a fairly long, really hard star. It'll be interesting to see what strats we'll see on the big boo. We're gonna see like 2K inside the mansion. I've never been to. Oh, does fail the mock there, or fail the wall kick. Sorry. I've always never been too fond of the like 2 cam in the mansion. Okay, CartoonBuffoon just going for the standard ground pound punch. Not too shabby. Yeah, this is definitely looking rough. This is about a minute and a half. A minute and a half difference around there. Buffoon with a weird angle does get MIPS though. I always forget that the English MIPS, the first MIPS on English is a lot slower than the Japanese version. And punch grab is a lot harder. Alright, CartoonBuffoon gonna be going for pillars here. Gets a nice grab, nice re-grab, and he's on the pyramid, just needs to get in and he's good. Very nice. JMill gone. Does actually get that movement, saving a little bit of time, but fails the side flip there, unfortunately. Something interesting is that CartoonBuffoon actually went for the top of the pyramid star before the talent star, which is kind of a rare thing. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Doesn't matter though, because he doesn't need a backup star anyway, because he just nails it. I don't know, man. CartoonBuffoon, he's just looking so consistent right now. There's just no openings, there's no cracks for JMill to slip through. We'll see though, we're only, almost 20 minutes into the run. You never know. JMill also going for pillars here, gonna be doing the same strat. Good angle, good regrab. And he's on the pyramid too. Very nice. It's always good to. It always makes you feel good when you just completely nail pillarless in a race, especially like a marathon race or like a tournament race. Okay, what lava boost will we see? Standard long jump, very good. It's what like probably 90% of runners do. It's like the second fastest RTA strat, and it's also quite easy. JMill finishing up SSL here. I haven't been keeping track of the time, so I don't know how far apart they are, but I'm gonna assume it's probably still around a minute and a half to 2 minutes. JMill getting a wall kick there, struggling a little bit to get into LOL. Beautiful elevator star coming from CartoonBuffoon. Let's see triple bullies here. Oh no, getting bonked by the bullies. Whoa, very nice backup though. The bullies just seem to line up for him. Emil going for long jump strat as well. It's looking good. He's up there. Very nice. Oh, tries to go for the pro strat there, but extended pause. You know he's not happy. Gonna be going for the elevator star as a backup. That is super unfortunate. That angle, that long jump angle, is actually quite difficult. It's not a notch. It's like just off a notch. JMill gonna be going for his lava boost again. Does get it again. Hopefully doesn't fail this part here. Gonna just take the poles. Easy way out. Oh, crawls under the star. I think he's practically given up at this point. I still think there's a chance, but yeah. Yeah, like I said, man. There's no openings here. CartoonBuffoon just isn't giving JMill any openings to catch up, even save time. It just looks too consistent. JMill did get a much better triple bullies, so there's at least that. So what has JMill got left? He's got the big bully. While we're watching this boring swimming, I should remind you guys of Pace. If you type !tickets, you'll be able to find information where you can buy a ticket and attend Pace 2019. It's gonna be sick. I'll be there. If you ever wanted to meet me, probably not. Yeah, CartoonBuffoon heading into Fire Sea. We'll see what cycle he gets. Oh, ledge grabbing. It's already looking like it's not gonna. It's not gonna be. If he goes fast, it can be early, but yeah. He's driving up against walls. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be normal cycle. This is the coin. Fire Sea can be so hard in 70 star, especially when you're doing it. I feel like I lose a lot of runs to Fire Sea. Just I don't know. It's not exactly extremely difficult, but it's just a lot of it's a lot of movement that you can make mistakes on. So. I'm gonna wait for the cycle here. Gonna be going for the Mr. Speedrun side flip. He's on pace for good ending. Oh, he missed the coin. It almost seemed like he thought he got it, but then realized he didn't. Bonking there as well. This is an ending. This is not looking good for CartoonBuffoon. He's giving JMill an opening here to catch up at least a little bit. We'll see. We'll have to see how JMill goes in Fire Sea. If JMill gets like a perfect Fire Sea, then he would have caught up definitely over 30 seconds, maybe even more. I'm not sure how much it'll be, but that was a lot of time lost there from CartoonBuffoon. Yeah, almost a full Fire Sea apart here now. That's... I'm not sure how much that even is. That's... Yeah, they're about 2 minutes apart right now. But he can... JMill can catch up if he gets a good Fire Sea. Catch up at least a little bit. Sketchy angle, yeah. You gotta be really careful of the angle in here. It's looking like JMill's gonna be getting a normal cycle too. Oh, misses the coin. I think. Yeah, I think he missed it. Everything's just going wrong in Fire Sea for both runners. Which are World 100, arguably the worst star in 70 star. Just full of RNG and invisible walls that can make you lose 20 minutes. I mean 20 seconds. Also 20 minutes if you're especially tilted. JMill going for that good ending. Ledge grabs, but gets burned as well, so... I think this is fine, he just needs to grab the pole. So definitely a lot better ending than CartoonBuffoon, but not saving nearly as much time as he could have. This jockey can be a pain. As you can see, CartoonBuffoon actually switched his angle before he threw the jockey, because the RNG can be very not nice. Okay, we'll see if CartoonBuffoon goes for these triple jump wall kicks. It doesn't actually do the lag reduction, I noticed. You get like, I think like 2 frames of lag if you don't see left or see right at the beginning of wet dry load. Not a lot of people actually know about that. JMill slide kicking everywhere. Oh, bad RNG there from the first Skeeter. Wow, and also CartoonBuffoon taking a swim. Not going for any of these triple jump wall kicks. Doesn't need them. At least that Skeeter treated him a bit more nicely. Yeah, this star is definitely just full of stuff that can really mess you up. Like that, for example, like the secret's not activating, or, you know, there's the triple jump wall kick here where you can get invisible if you try to ledge grab skip, and there's the chuck, the RNG, the amp. It's full of, it's perilous pretty much. JMill adjusting his angle on the track just slightly, but still getting a nice angle on that, you know, fairly optimal. Doesn't get amped or anything or burnt, so that's good. CartoonBuffoon getting nice secrets there, not making too many mistakes. I think the beginning was kind of sketchy. Oh, thought he might have ledge grabbed there, but he didn't. It was definitely very close to it. Very strange angle. Okay, JMill not opting for triple jump wall kick as well. I think we need a big red text on like the guide and wiki saying to not roll out at the top of the ramp, because it actually does lose time doing that. And I do see a lot of people do it, so it's probably just not common knowledge. The one thing that's interesting about these piranha plants is that they're on sort of like a delay, so you can't just blast through their path and kill them all without stopping. You actually have to wait a little bit for each one, and I know the very last piranha plant actually takes, like, it feels like it takes forever for it to spawn. So it's something you have to be careful of, because if you actually miss it and try to kill it too early, then you can, you know, you can mess up, you can get hit by it, get burnt, and all kinds of stuff can go wrong there. I've definitely seen it happen a lot in my time. Interesting movement there from CartoonBuffoon with the speed kick. I'm not sure if it's very optimal, but it did look better than all the other movements. Oh no, JMill getting bucked by the little Goomba and almost burnt as well. I wonder if getting burnt would have been actually better. Does get the clip though, very nice. CartoonBuffoon getting the breezeless, very good. A lot of people just straight up opt to not do breezeless, but I think it's fine to do in races. It's not particularly hard, it's just getting a max height wall kick can be rough for some people. It's not nearly as lenient as something that, like, Alice or Side Hop in LOL, which are also sort of max hack wall kicks, but CartoonBuffoon almost took a bit of a tumble there off the mountain. That was very close. And it's also very laggy here. If you make mistakes here in this red section, you lose probably double the time just purely from lag. Nice mountain clip, but really messed up the camera. I was wondering, I think he may have wanted to go for log wall kick there, but his camera was just so wacky that he decided to not do it. I would have gone for it and I would have messed it up, so that was very good. Very good reactions. Okay, CartoonBuffoon getting his second mountain clip and does get log wall kick this time. Very solid. I believe that was his last star in TTM, so he'll be heading into SL. SL is in 70 stars, actually really quick. JMill struggling to get up out of the water and get bopped, and then everything's going wrong for JMill by the looks of it. Very, very unfortunate. It's the double wall kick, does make it up though, thankfully. And very nice snowman's head. Oh no, JMill was... That was a crazy angle, but he had enough speed there for that to work, so that was lucky. Just barely misses the star. Yeah, SL is a very quick stage. It's only like... I feel like it's less than 2 minutes these days. Yeah, it's a less than 2 minute stage. It's about as short as THI. I think JMill tried to leave TTM and forgot he had only gotten 2 stars there. I just barely missed that, but that's what it looked like. Going for this. This camera always scares me. Oh, and he dies. Ouch. Yeah, I think his angle might have changed slightly when he was approaching the box. I think that's why that happened. I could be wrong though. It's looking like he's gonna go for the wall bounce strat. Just barely makes it up. CartoonBuffoon must have fell in the water there. I missed it, unfortunately. Oh no, JMill tried to cut it a little too close there. Oh, I think he wanted to go for the double jump. Dive there. Does just the coin. Oh, and takes a tumble off the mushrooms. JMill just can't find any footing here. He didn't go for it this time, but gets a bad angle and dies again. It would have been sick if he somehow backed that up, but I don't think it was possible at all. This is definitely a feels bad, man. Oh no, he keeps missing these reds. Taking his time to back that up. Probably what he wants. Doesn't want to take another death. Oh, fails the double jump there. Getting so much lag. There we go, he's finally out. JMill going for Razorless, but I don't think he had the correct angle. Wow, he just ran off. I thought he might have died there. Very nice emergency exit from CartoonBuffoon with a left side. You know, you can either go to the left side or the right side, and they're both pretty much the same speed. Oh no, JMill failing. Snowman's head. This is a very hard star, honestly. He didn't wait for his angle to line up, which means he, you know, get that back up. Does get it this time though. JMill just barely missing that box. That you basically do that blind when you do this star. There's no real way of getting that box break consistent. It's all just feeling. I think CartoonBuffoon may be on PB pace. Don't quote me on that. Let's see, back 2 bounce, it's looking good, gets the wall kick, gets the bounce, and gets the jumps, very nice. That's what you want to see. Nice consistent gameplay. Doesn't bother with the wall kicks, doesn't need them. Yeah, this gap is just massive. It's really hard to imagine JMill coming back from this. Rainbow Ride Red's also a really difficult style to do very well, because you can miss coins like that, and a bunch of wall kicks and tight movements, and it's hard, honestly. Oh no, JMill missing mips. Having a Mario meltdown, punching the wall. Obviously not happy about that. And it's looking like CartoonBuffoon may go for right side tricky triangles here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, gets a bonk. Everything else was solid up until then. Nice backup. And also, yeah, we got swinging in the breeze. CartoonBuffoon actually just barely on 49 pace. Oh no, the double ground pound. Gonna be missing a clock cycle here. Just gonna wait it out. JMill must have missed the switch press, so had to go for the backup with, I believe his name's Shigeru drop. Not a lot of people call it that, but I seem to remember it being Shigeru drop. This 100 coin is looking solid from CartoonBuffoon though, very nice. Goes for the wall kick here. Good RNG there. Misses the box kick. Gets good RNG though. Just gonna be jump kicking a bunch of times. And good RNG in the last box too, very nice. Let's see. Gets the wall kicks. Very, very good 100 coin. It is sort of unfortunate about the clock cycle, but it happens. Going for time moving. Get a hand first. I don't know how many people have talked about this before, but I feel like get a hand first is actually the riskiest Star Order, because there's actually always quite a big chance if you fall down on what's the start? Roll into the cage. That's it. If you fall down on roll into the cage, sometimes you land in where the little get a hand box is. This is a movement I have not seen in a long time for that pendulum. Oh no, JMill failing that triple jump. Just gonna jump off and take the death. Oh no! Does fail getting up there. Was a very good TTC up until that point. Oh, and fails the long jump. I don't think he had a good ankle for that anyway. Luckily doesn't get invisible walled there and died. It's always really hard to back this up if you fall down. Oh, and he falls down again! And he takes a death. Wow. That was a lot of time lost. And JMill taking another death. Red Runner's having a Mario meltdown right now. CartoonBuffoon though, finally up. This is JMill. I don't know about this angle. He does get it though, wow. That sketchy butt falls off the slope. Very common mistake. You don't get a lot of room to jump on that slope. I think JMill is just free running right now, failing to get wall kicks. Sorry about that. Someone at the door. Now, I wonder what pace... Oh no, JMill is still struggling. I wonder what pace CartoonBuffoon is on. I think maybe 51 pace. JMill just can't get this like 2 balance. Gonna be going for swinging the breeze as a backup. I think this may be his last backup. CartoonBuffoon moving left side fails it. Gonna have to go for standing left side, and he nails that one. Luckily, very nice backup. Yeah, this is looking like a 51 for CartoonBuffoon. JMill finally getting the like to bounce. Fails the wall kick though. Let's see these throws. So that's throw number 1. That's I thought he missed it, but that was throw number 2. It's like, wait, what's with his camera? And just barely misses the 3rd throw. Does some Rage Mario cams. And he gets the 3rd throw. So, very clear winner here. Very solid run. 51 in a race is still really good, especially for like Division 2. Yeah, congratulations to CartoonBuffoon.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and he's actually in here with the call, so... Yeah, very nice gameplay, it looked very consistent for a long time. How do you feel about your gameplay?
I fell apart in TikTok clock.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. It seemed like you just couldn't get up there, pretty much.
I failed the triple jump wall kick, which I was pretty annoyed with at first, and then I tried to back it up, and I fell again. And at that point I was like super tilt mode, and then I failed like 2 more times and then died, and I was like, okay, I just want to refresh my mind, and then I didn't play too bad after that. I was on PB pace, like it was possible going into TikTok clock, but it was like by like 3 seconds, but like I played pretty well most of the run outside of the Bowser stages. The Bowser stages were awful as always, but otherwise I feel like I played generally pretty solid, which was nice.
Yeah, I was saying how JMill just had like no opportunity at all throughout the entire run to catch up.
Yeah,
he just really didn't let up.
I wasn't looking at the stream too much, but I saw when I went upstairs I was like 2 minutes ahead because I finished Fire Sea and he was just entering it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go as fast as I can because I want every point possible.
Yeah.
And that might happen. I don't know. I don't feel like I earned it because I didn't play very fast at the late game. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, very convincing win. Honestly, that was very convincing. Poor JMill having pretty much a meltdown.
Yeah, I didn't see most of his gameplay, so I don't know what his like major mistakes were.
Everything.
Yeah.
I gave up mentally after Lakitu skip, so...
I did see I was ahead at the very beginning. I was like, oh, you probably missed Lakitu skip, that's rough.
And then bomb clip was still crappy.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Like, I could tell that you were just in like full tilt mode.
Well, I've said since day one I'm a momentum player, and it shows every time. Like,
yeah, no,
if I can't get momentum rolling, it's done. It's over. I
feel like
lost like a minute in Womps. I lost a minute in every other split besides Womps.
I feel like a lot of players are momentum based, and I feel like I'm just finally starting to get some momentum. Like I choked like 49 like a couple times pretty far in today, so like I'm getting better. So I guess it's just rolling for me. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Same isn't for you.
I golded SSL and DDD, but that was about it. Other than that, every stage was
you got
awful.
something out of the race.
I actually got
Like-
2 golds this race too, which kind of surprised me.
Everything
Very
else
good.
was just terrible. All run. I just wanted to forfeit, but it didn't want to go out like that. But
Yeah,
at the
well,
end, I'm not even gonna
respect-
get any
respect
points out of
for-
it, so.
Yeah, respect for continuing all the way through until the very end.
Respect to Para taking the commentary on his own. No second commentator. I can't imagine what that's like, but GG to you.
It's probably pretty easy when there's only one runner to actually watch.
I was I've actually done this a couple times before, so I know towards the end I got a bit quiet, but I had someone knock on my door towards the end, so it sort of broke my, I don't know, like streak of just talking. But yeah, any last words, guys?
This game sucks.
Indeed. Tippy sucks.
That is true.
That's very true as well, but
I-
it goes hand in hand with my comment.
I just can't get over that I died on a Bowser stage again. I think I've done that every single race so far. I want to break that pattern so much.
I don't remember the last time I died in Dark World before today.
Yeah, I feel like I
The way
cursed you in
The
Dark
way
World.
I went, that's honestly what ended it for me. I was over it at that point because I hate
Yeah.
that bridge. That bridge is stupid. It's such a stupid way to die. Just because my
Yeah.
angle was slightly to the right.
Yeah, well, this was the last race of the day, I believe. So, thank you everyone so much for tuning in and watching these races. Very much appreciate it. It does help a lot. Make sure you type !tickets. Try to make it the pace. Honestly, I think it's gonna be sick. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Love you.
See ya.